too long ago, I decided to revisit Lil Ugly Mane's 2021 album Volcanic Bird Enemy and The Voice Concern, as it's one of my favorite albums ever and I just hadn't heard it in a long time. So I pressed play and the first song just got to me. I didn't get super emotional, but I was close to tearing up and I couldn't believe it. The motherly-like voice that repeats the phrase "Who are you?" mixed with the nostalgic, almost childlike instrumental really got to me. And then I started to think, damn, I'm really a little bitch. It's weird how music can affect us on such a personal level and how it can really affect our moods. I had this phase a couple of weeks ago where I was just sad and wasn't motivated to do anything. Throughout that period, I was only listening to Quadeca, Phil Elverum and Dean Blunt, and if you know anything about those artists, they are not the most positive musicians out there. At the time, I didn't realize that listening to those artists wasn't helping me with my whole situation really, but I was heavily relating to their lyrics and was finding comfort in their sounds. One day while I was on a walk all by myself, I was kinda at my lowest point and I was texting with a friend and I was telling them how I was in a really bad mood and was just unhappy. We talked a bit and they told me something that really stayed with me. I was telling them about how the new Quadeca mixtape was peak music and how I've only been listening to Phil Elverum and Dean Blunt and how those were the only artists that I was playing for days at that point. And you know what they told me? To turn that shit off and to start playing some more positive music. They told me to play some 50 Cent. I didn't play 50 Cent, but I did start to play some more uplifting, or I guess you could say, happy music. I started listening to that new Yeet album, which is amazing by the way. I listened to this one local artist called Bucks, I listened to SZA and Charli XCX, and wouldn't you know it, I was happy and motivated to do things once again. I find it crazy how music can affect us on such a huge level. It doesn't even have to be because we resonate with the lyrics, just the sound of the song can sometimes provoke a certain emotion in us. Pink Panther's song Pain always gets me, the instrumental always gives me this strange nostalgic feeling for my childhood. It's similar to how I view Penchico, as their music also gets me pretty nostalgic. But I have a whole video on them, so go and check that out. A lot of ambient music also gets me emotional in some sense, but Aphex Twin's song 3 is a different beast. It sounds larger than life itself, and you just need to experience it for yourself, honestly. It always gets me thinking about all the shit that you don't want to think about at like 2 AM in the morning. Let's put it that way. It's funny how just sounds can make us feel a certain type of way and get us into a really strange place emotionally. But nothing hits better than some good old lyricism. The lyrics don't have to be straight up sad to get emotional over them. For an example, Kanye's Hey Mama is a song I can't listen to without getting a little teary-eyed every time that I hear it. It's just a great song about Kanye's love for his late mom, Dado West. And because of this song, I always end up thinking about how much my mom means to me and how much I love her, but in the same time I also start thinking about what happened to Kanye's mom and how much that affected him, and I just end up having all these different emotions mixed in me of happiness and sadness. Ginger by BROCKHAMPTON is another song that I never see being mentioned anywhere that I think is perfect and always hits me. The instrumental sounds somber and also kinda positive at the same time. It really has that everything will work out in the end type vibe to it. The multiple instrumental switch-ups and the different vocalists that each bring a different vibe and charm to the song, it all works so well in my opinion. Also lyrically, the song is about some relatable ass things like failed relationships, personal struggles, and accepting the fact that things, are how they are. I love the overall sentiment of this song and I think that the writing on it is incredible and really mature, but most importantly relatable. At least for me. Sometimes the most random songs will get us out of nowhere. This happened to me with Charli XCX's song Twice. It's the outro to her 2022 album Crash, and one night I played the song randomly and I paid close attention to the lyrics and I realized that she was not spitting on the song. It's all about letting yourself be free and not overthinking things, as life is not forever and nothing really lasts forever. The chorus of the song is one of the best things I have ever heard, honestly, as it's so true and kinda based. I find it so crazy how we as humans can relate to lyrics that a random person has written down on a piece of paper somewhere on the other side of the world and sang over an instrumental. It's so beautiful how it works like that, and how we can find comfort in music, whether it be through sound, lyricism, or even both. I can sit here and talk about all the songs that I find to be moving to me and I find important, but I want to end things with the thing that gave me the idea for this whole video. Not too long ago I was scrolling through YouTube and this one video kept showing up constantly. The video in question was Young Lean's live performance of Agony. Looking back at it, clicking on that video was a great decision. Lean's live performance of his iconic song Agony made me feel so many things, and it still does every time that I watch it. It gives me pride, as it's so cool to see this once weird and niche internet artist being praised on such a huge scale, as I kinda see a bit of myself in him. I also get a bit sad by just hearing the monster that is Agony, but at the same time I get those happy tears by seeing so many people singing the song word for word, as it probably means so much to them. The live band, the kid choir, and Good on the piano is also very sweet, as it really shows just how far Lean has come over the years. And Lean's goodbye note is also very sweet, as he shouts out Stockholm, Good, and Sad Boys. This one performance perfectly encapsulates what this video is about. And if I could ask you to do one thing after you're done watching this, please go and share some of your experiences with music down below in the comments, and share some songs that are worth checking out or that you have a strong bond with. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and until next time, bye!